Carlos, in that seventh inning, just to take back the lead, you talk all the time about winning players and winning baseball plays. To watch that unfold with Taylor and Acuna, is that kind of precisely what you talk about and preach?
Yeah, I think we did a lot of good things today. We also made some couple of mistakes there, but on that particular inning, Taylor finding a way to get on base, Acuna putting the ball in play and beating the guy, running hard 90s. And then we put together some good at-bats. We stole a base. P gets a ground ball, and Acuna ends up scoring. So whether it was putting the ball in play when we needed to, taking the extra 90 feet, running balls out, battling, putting together some good at-bats, that's a perfect example of it.
After the uneven play with Brazoban pitching, you came out and spoke to him. What was the message you were trying to get across?
Yeah, I was just not only telling the infielders what we wanted to do, whether we were going to throw through, if they were stealing. We weren't going to be in double play depth. We wanted to be in that situation. Anything hard, close up the middle, we were going to turn it, which we ended up doing it. Anything soft, we were going to go to the plate. It was just basically taking all the infielders through possible situation. And then at the end, I told Brazo, keep making pitches, keep getting ground balls. That, we're going to win it, And to his credit, show poise, continue to make pitches, continue to get ground balls, and got out of that inning, and we ended up winning the game.
Tony?
You guys have a bunch of walk-offs this year. You have a bunch of wins in close games that were not walk-offs even. What is the common thread for you and what you guys have been able to do late in games?
Yeah, look, those are important innings. You stay in the fight, 1 through 7, 1 through 6, and then you put yourself in a position where anything can happen. And you got to continue to execute. You got to continue to play good defense. You got to continue to put together some really good at-bats, find a way to get on base. And then guys coming from the bullpen, attacking the strike zone, just playing good fundamental baseball. I feel like we've done that. Again, coming through in big situations. On a night today where we're facing a pretty tough arm, I thought we had some really good at-bats, and we created traffic. So, as a whole, I think, yes, we're a good team, but we're a good team not because just we got good players. We're going out there, we're executing.
Dave?
When Acuna scored on that, Carlos, that was a pretty tough read. Was that? Did Acuna see that, or did Mike see it when he was?
Yeah, that was. I don't think Acuna saw it. It was Sarby. I thought that was a really good send there. I think Acuna slowed down, trying to pick up the baseball, and then it was Sarby the one sending him. So I thought it was, he took a chance there, and we took advantage of it.
Tim?
You just touched on it, but what did you think of the at-bats and the outcome against Skeens?
You right? Again, I thought we had some really good at-bats. We created traffic, I think, pretty much every inning, and that's what. And then you got to get the big one, and that's what it's going to take to beat guys like him. You create traffic and you hope someone clips him. I thought we had, like I said, we created traffic, we controlled the strike zone. McNeil, obviously, Nemo hits a double, and then McNeil with the RBI. But I thought we made him work. I thought we lay off some tough pitches. He's pretty nasty, and I thought we did a good job.
I'm just wrapping up a cold. I know Diaz was back-to-back the last 2 days, but were Stanek and Garrett also unavailable for workload reasons?
Yes, 3 out of 4, I think they were. Yeah.
Mike?
Along the lines of Skeens, do you almost take an approach with a guy like that? Just keep it close until you get him out of the game, and then you can attack the bullpen.
No, I think the approach is to put together good at bats, and we did that. And you got to give credit to Peterson, who pretty much kept us in the game. That's what is when you're facing a guy like that. Not only the at bats from the offense, it's just the guy that you have on the mound keeping it close. And Petey did that. He went out there and matched him.
In the back.
My throat's not doing so well, so I'm going to do my best. Miriam Luz, Impacto Deportivo. I see that you're battling through 3 third basemen, Acuna, Brett Beatty, Mark Vientos. What's the key to have that stable third baseman that you guys really need? And there are conversations and rumors that Rafael Devers is looking to be traded to another team. Are you guys looking for that more stable third baseman, or are you guys just sticking to either Acuna, Vientos, or Beatty?
No, we love what we had in house. So Acuna, a lot of versatility. Brett Beatty, Mark Vientos. We love those guys, and there's a reason why they're playing. It's a nice rotation that we got. We feel comfortable with them, and that's what we're gonna roll with it.
In the back.
With the Acuna play, the Pirates had a very similar play a couple of innings prior where their runner didn't break, where he might have been able to score. Not necessarily describing your team and the Pirates, but are those small, is that indicative of those small details that separate teams that are higher in the standings?
Yeah, they were similar plays, but not an easy read as a third base coach. I thought the one from us was closer. Our third base coach had a better angle. Where, when we were on defense, I don't think their third base coach had that same angle. Like, I don't think he could tell how far that ball was from Lindor. So not an easy decision there. I'm just glad that we were able to make the read and make the decision and took advantage of it.
Tim.
At this point in the season, what's your confidence level in the ninth inning when Alonso steps up?
Pretty confident there, not only with people, with a lot of our guys. Acuna strikes out, and then there was a good feeling in the dugout. You got Lindor, you got Soto. One of those guys can end it with a swing, and if one of them gets on, then you got Pete, and that's what happened. Lindor gets on base, Soto attacks the first pitch, and now before we know it, he's first and third, and then you give Pete Alonso a chance, and you feel pretty good about your chances there.
Joe.
Did you think that Joey Bart fly ball in the eighth was out when it left his bat?
Yes, as soon as he hit it, I thought it was out. Nim went out there, didn't give up, and made a hell of a play. But off the bat, I thought it was gone.
Daniel.
Ganaron el partido, pero ¿qué tanto crédito tú le das a Brazoban que se mantuvo en las líneas viendo la situación de esos errores? Sin embargo, él atacó y no le hicieron tanto daño.
Parte del crecimiento y de la experiencia que sigue mostrando Brazoban en una situación pues donde él está haciendo su trabajo y lamentablemente no pudimos hacer par de jugadas, y para él seguir ejecutando, haciendo picheo, preocuparse por el siguiente bateador, pues fue bastante impresionante. Eso dice su madurez, la confianza que tiene como lanzador ahora, y terminó agarrando otro rolling. Pudimos hacer el doble play, mantuvo el daño ahí limitado y nos dio el chance para ganar. Impresionante de verdad lo que está haciendo Brazo.
Thank you, Carlos.
Come by if you get a chance.